One of the all-time NFL greats is hanging up his cleats. Peyton Manning announced his retirement at a news conference Monday at the Denver Broncos headquarters, and it was a very emotional goodbye for the 39-year-old football star.
When someone thoroughly exhausts an experience, they can't help but revere it. I revere football. I love the game. So you don't have to wonder if I'll miss it. Absolutely, absolutely, I will. I'll miss recapping the game with my dad and checking to see if the Giants won and calling Eli as we're both on our team buses. Pundits will speculate that my effort and drive over the past 18 years were about mastery and about working to master every aspect of the NFL game. Well, don't believe them, because every moment, every drop of sweat, every bleary-eyed night of preparation, every note I took, and every frame of film I watched was about one thing: reverence for this game. When I look back on my NFL career, I'll know without a doubt that I gave everything I had to help my teams walk away with a win. There were other players who were more talented, but there was no one who could out-prepare me. And because of that, I have no regrets. I fought a good fight. I finished my football race. And after 18 years, it's time. God bless all of you, and God bless football.
Manning will walk away from the game of football on a high note after capturing his second championship and leading the Denver Broncos to victory in Super Bowl 50. Peyton entered the league in 1998 as an Indianapolis Colt when he was selected as the first overall pick in the draft. Over the course of his remarkable career, Manning was selected to 14 Pro Bowls and is the only player to be awarded MVP honors 5 times, but that is far from his only record achievement. After 18 seasons in the NFL, Manning holds the record for passing touchdowns in a single game, the most passing touchdowns in an NFL career, and the most career passing yards. Joining me from Washington is James Brown, CBS News special correspondent and host of the NFL Today. JB, thanks for being with me.
Elaine, anytime. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about this. Since the Super Bowl 50 win, Peyton Manning seemed hesitant to make any kind of decision. Any idea why now?
You know, he took the advice of one of his previous coaches, Elaine, Tony Dungy, who coached them to Super Bowl 41 victory when Peyton was with the Indianapolis Colts. And Tony told him, take his time. Don't make a rushed decision right now because you've got a lot to ponder through and you don't want to regret it at the end. And Peyton took Tony's suggestion to heart in that regard. But Peyton's closing speech, his retirement speech, was emblematic of how he played the game. Composed, extremely well prepared, every dot, every box checked. It was absolutely sensational, and that's the kind of player he was on the field. But make no mistake about it, this season was marred by injury. His physical skills, his athletic skills it was a precipitous decline as far as that is concerned. And also keep in mind that the Denver Broncos, Elaine, were not going to guarantee his $19 million salary, which would have been the case if he was on the roster as of this coming Wednesday.
Given what he was able to overcome on the field, there were also some off the field issues that he was facing too, especially in this final year.
No doubt about that. Al Jazeera America had accused him of taking HGH, a banned substance by the NFL, something that he flatly, defiantly, and resolutely rejected is the case. And there were also allegations that resurfaced about the confidentiality agreement signed, about sexual allegations when he was a 19-year-old at the University of Tennessee. And he said very clearly, as far as that was concerned, he was not interested in relitigating something that happened when he was a youngster there.
JB, what do you think Peyton Manning's legacy will be?
You know what? I was kind of comparing it to the movie that Russell Crowe starred in, A Beautiful Mind. Peyton had a football IQ that was second to none. He left no stone unturned, and even with his physical skills declining, he still was the consummate competitor. He set the tone. You know, you often hear coaches engage in an awful lot of hyperbole, but this was so true. When your best player is working the hardest and prepares the best, that sets the tone for the rest of the team. There was no one better prepared. Bill Belichick, the excellent coach with the New England Patriots, said he never enjoyed his battles with Peyton Manning because he was the consummate chess player, always prepared.
And JB, do you think that the HGH allegations and the sexual harassment allegations will impact his legacy?
I would think not, and this is kind of me editorializing, if you will. If you judge him over the course of his entire career, Peyton is extremely sharp. He understands that people will talk about a well-honed public persona, but the guy understands it. That was a biblical quote that he gave today when he said that he fought a good fight, he's finished his course, and he's kept the faith. The line prior to that in the Bible says that the time of my departure is at hand. His timing was always impeccable. Look, he is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he's earned everything that he's gotten, and certainly will get in terms of accolades in the future by being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And JB, any idea what's next for him?
No, there's been an awful lot of speculation. He's very close to the vest in that regard as well, too. Some said that if he goes into broadcasting, he would prefer to be a game announcer because he is the consummate chess player, as I mentioned before. But most see him because of the immense financial success that he's enjoyed, that he will probably go into a part ownership capacity, front office. And the two teams that have been talked most about in that regard are the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. So we'll see what happens. And let me close by saying this. What Peyton Manning did after his neck injury, when any one hit certainly could have paralyzed him, was flat out phenomenal. For him to enjoy 4 years of playing after that injury and to get to the Super Bowl twice and to win it like that, I mean, that was simply a phenomenal record for somebody who did not possess the same kind of skills and athletic expertise as he did earlier in his heyday.
Yeah, excellent point. All right, James Brown joining us from Washington. JB, thanks so much.
Elaine, thank you.